Howdy there, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome to the worst idea ever conceived by man, starring Reese, in which I play 25 episodes of, what is this? Tekkit Legends. I almost said Stonepluck 2. It's the series that's on my brain for the rest of my life. Over the course of 25 hours, each 25 minutes in length, but I'm not actually doing them like that because, goodness gracious, if I was trying to record all of these over the course of 25 hours, you know what? If I had a full 25 hours to do this, I think I could do it, like a full day and an hour set aside. I reckon, record it for 25 minutes. It doesn't take very long to throw it in a timeline. I think the problem is the 8 hours that I'm normally asleep for. I would be very tired. I don't like to stay up overnight. It would be good if I had someone else sort of doing the editing, so I could record for 25 minutes and then just press the stop button and send those files off. That way I could do 2 an hour. I could get it done in half the time. I could get it done in 12 hours, because there is 60 minutes in an hour, and these are 25 minutes each, so that's 50 minutes. I could finish in less than 12 hours, and yeah, that wouldn't be too bad, but that's not what we're doing. That's unfortunately not the way that the competition, that the challenge works. The way the challenge does work, though, kind of involves me forgetting what we did last time, just by the very nature of how I'm recording these. I'm not recording them back to back. Sometimes there's very short gaps in between episodes. Sometimes there's very long gaps, where I go out and I come up with brilliant ideas and I think to myself, oh yeah, that is gold. That I'm gonna do that next time I record. Like what happened today when I was at work. But then I realize now that I've forgotten whatever my plan was. Was I going to make a compressor? I think I was going to build a compressor so I could compress the uranium ore. But there's no real advantage to that, because this is worth 8,000 EMC, like, total. And what goes into making a compressor? I can't remember what I was doing, but I feel... we might as well go ahead and do that, because it's not much. What, some stone? Was it regular stone, or was it cobblestone? Some stone, we get some refined iron, and then we get some cables and whatnot. Things that we've got over here, really, and we're going to need redstone. We're not out of copper cables. We've got a little bit on us. I came up with an idea. Again, I can't remember what it was, but I'm pretty sure it was clever, and I thought, oh yeah, that's going to help me get a lot of EMC pretty quickly. It didn't have anything to do with trying to build one of those cheaty contraptions that bends the rules of the game by, what else goes in here? Oh, right, I completely forgot about this. By, using damaged chest pieces or blaze rods or whatever. Compressor, excellent. Take that back out. Feed these items in there. Let's go take a quick nap. It wasn't something like that. It was legit. It was a genuine plan, a scheme almost. But like I say, I can't remember what it was. It was gold, whatever it was. Maybe it'll come back to me while we're recording this. Or maybe in the future when I have these ideas, I'll have to write them down. Can we plop this somewhere where it'll be out of the way? I guess right there. It's getting powered up. So that's going to give us some uranium. There we go, 8,000 EMC. For how much did it cost to build? Not that much. That's good. That's a good investment, I think. I'm keeping an eye on it up here. It's certainly hit pay dirt a couple of times. And by pay dirt, I mean ingots. It's hit the raw metals. So we ought to start seeing this fill up a lot faster as these start to take on jobs, and that's really not what we're seeing. We should also see, because it should start collecting things like coal, and things like, well, it's very far away from redstone, but I see quite a few rubies. Now, rubies I don't think we've programmed into here yet. I know we did sapphires. Yeah, we got sapphires and we got lapis, but once we do get some rubies, we can train that to the system, and that'll be pretty handy. Does it look like it's going slower than it was before? I guess not. Maybe it's because we're so far away from it. I thought I remembered it going faster. Should we head down to the mine? Oh my gosh, that's what I was doing before! Isn't it? That's what we were going to do! We were going to do the teleporting pipes. Yeah! Okay, all the pieces are connecting. All the pieces are connecting. So we've got to figure out how to get a pulsating chipset and a diamond chipset. So the diamond chipset is an assembly table with a diamond and redstone. We can make that happen right now. I'm so glad that I remembered that. I was going to go manually mine. That was the idea. And we would have this cool system to pipe the items back up. I'm so glad that I remembered that. Did we have more EMC than that when we... Oh, well, you know what? We've got to go get the 8,000 EMC. We have a diamond worth of EMC sitting right inside of here waiting for us. Look at that. Oh, radioactivity. And we're not going to die either. This isn't that type of pack. It's not going to poison us by virtue of simply being in our inventory. 'Cause some packs will do that to you. So we're going to need that. And we're going to need a piece of redstone. And then, well, we do need to make 2 of these. Oh, well, this is going to make 8. Oh. We're going to need some at least, Okay, well, we'll have to get more EMC. Redstone and an ender pearl. Oh. Oh, I remember now. We don't have any of those. I have to go Enderman hunting. I was waiting. That's how I finished the last episode. I said I was going to be watching and waiting for the sun to set. Oh, no. Make that. Now I remember. Why are you not going? Are you going? You've got lots of energy. It's going. It's just really slow. I think if we had more than one laser and a lot more power, we'd be getting somewhere a bit quicker. Is power going both ways now into... It is. That is still going really quick, but you can tell that this stream is a lot thicker because it's also sending power down to here for this very slow task. Well, that's going to take a while. Should we... Never mind, I was going to say, should we go to the end? But we need Eyes of Ender to do that. That's not going to work out. I guess we can go down into our caves for a bit, and maybe we'll find some Endermen down there, potentially. You know, it's always a possibility. I'm not going to count it out. I'm not going to say it's the worst idea. I'm not going to say that it's the best idea. It's just an idea. There may be Endermen down here. I normally don't find Endermen underground, though. I don't know about you folks, but I tend to find them out and about in the wild, usually grazing, not grazing, but certainly Oh, yeah, ladders are flammable. Oh, okay. Well, remember that time I asked what the worst that could happen was? That's it right there. That what just happened there is one step removed. It would have been worse if he'd either landed in the lava or died a horribly painful death. Didn't we Shrek up a lot of our staircase here in order to make this happen? If I remember correctly, yeah, the staircase is gone. Is it that there? Okay, let's go this way. We'll just have to... Oh, good, the ladder is here. Whew! We'll have to make more ladder, and we'll have to deal with some of that lava down there. I don't want to get rid of all of it, because we might need... Well, we can turn it into lapis. That's what we'll do. Or not lapis, but obsidian. We'll get a bucket of water, if we have a bucket of water. We certainly have a bucket. I can go find some water. We'll need more ladders. I say we'll need more ladders. And water. Let's not ruin our infinite source again, because I've already done that once, and it was embarrassing. Cool, once we have, you know, enough of the... Hold on, where did I get back into here at? Let's not fall all the way down again like fools. Like a fool I went and fell too far. Now I wonder who you are. Ooh, baby, here I am. Amnesia is no fun. That song kind of made sense if you listened to it. Okay, that should be good enough. We'll throw down some torches. Excellent. And up we go. I kind of forgot what I was talking about, though, is the only problem. I had a bit that I was about to do, or a conversation thread I was about to tie around my finger and take for a walk. Walking the dog, because the night is... Ender people! Dear Ender fellows! Hello, it is I! Reese, the great and the... Wait a minute, wait just a darn minute. Ender pearls. Free ender pearls, you can make them with the Philosopher's Stone. People are watching this right now. They're watching the last episode, which came out, what, like an hour ago? And they're outraged. They are absolutely... I can see into the future and into the past and in the present right now. They're thinking, Reese, don't you know left from right? Don't you know that sometimes up is down? Don't you know that if you have a Philosopher's Stone, you can bend the rules of time and space? You can make the world the way you want it to be? Yes, I do. I do know that now. Now that I'm thinking about it. Now that you've mentioned it. Yes. Philosopher's Stone, though. Not cheap. 9,000 EMC. What can we do to get that bad boy? Maybe we should have just done some mining while we were already down there. How much is a brick worth? 64? 128? Do 56. Let's see. That should be 512. Yeah. How about that? That's not going to be enough. We're going to be mining that up for a long time. Glowstone, though. There we are. That's getting us a step closer. And then we have to get the iron, too. All right. I want to see this do something other than stone. I want to see it hit something like coal. Oh, look at the coal go. Look at that. It's good, too, because coal is worth more than charcoal per piece. A lot of people don't know that. Isn't coal, I think, 128? And then, yeah, and then charcoal is just 32, which is why we're using charcoal blocks to power everything as opposed to coal blocks or aethernalis fuel, because aethernalis fuel is a multiplication in terms of EMC value and duration of burn, I believe. It's a multiplication of coal, not charcoal. Charcoal blocks is where it's at. So we'll get that, and we have enough for an iron ingot. Excellent strides. Excellent strides. I'm gonna go mining. You can't stop me. It's too late. It's gonna take all of like 10 seconds. I was not sure if I was gonna make it back onto the ladder just then. It's gonna take all of like 10 seconds to get enough EMC for this. I've just got to figure out where I'm going to go mining. We can go branch mining down any of these paths and find pretty much anything of value. In fact, I think I saw silver when I was back there. Silver ore. This is the good stuff right here. I don't know how much it's worth once it's condensed into a block. Or not condensed, but well, first it's going to be ground down into a fine dust. What we're looking for is that right there. And then that's going to be smelted. And that's going to be worth 512 apiece. See, you remember how much effort it took us to get 512 EMC out of those bricks earlier? Teslatite doesn't have a value, does it? Teslatite, you suck and are useless. What a disappointment. More silver. We've definitely hit a silver mine here. Silver and gold, that's what Yukon Cornelius was looking for. Instead, he found peppermint. But that's okay, because peppermint's priceless or something like that. I don't know. I haven't seen Rudolph in a while. It's been a couple of years. Used to watch it every Christmas, but then I moved out of my parents' house, and now I live alone. Sad. And I don't have traditions like that. I'll go over to my parents' house to watch It's a Wonderful Life every Christmas Eve, and occasionally other Christmas movies throughout the season, but for the most part, December, I sit alone, and I record video games. I do a lot of that. Considering I only put out a video a day, and they're, on average, about 30 minutes long. I don't want them to be that long, mind you. That just happens to be how long they tend to be. But considering, 30 minutes a day, it didn't sound like much, but you'd be surprised how we're gonna die down here. It's gonna be really depressing. It's gonna be really depressing when we burn to death. And we're not gonna burn to death. We're gonna survive this. We're gonna stop burning any second now. Gosh, I don't think we are, actually! Oh, jeez, I did not think we would be burning for that long. Alright, where's the slimes? I need to kill them. I need to get a sampling of slime. And then I also need my revenge. So you wouldn't think that based on the video a day and how long the video is, that I would be doing this all that much, but I feel like I spend a massive portion of my life recording, sort of disproportionate to the amount of content that I produce. I don't know why that is. You could make the argument that if my content was better prepared, the recordings wouldn't be as long, or I would be able to maybe get more done, but here's the thing. When I've done that before, and it just takes more planning. That's the trade-off. Back when I did original Tekkit Legends, I did a lot of time. Did I say training? Planning is what I meant? I don't know if I did say training. For some reason, training is echoing around in my head as though I said it, but I don't know if I did. All the planning, it takes a really long time, and then you got to go through and you got to sort of practice what you've planned and make sure it works, kind of put it into play and see if all these ideas you've come up with are hot garbage or not. And I think that adds up to even more time. I spent a lot of time preparing episodes of Tekkit Legends. And you know what? It worked out. The series was very successful and very beloved by many still to this day. But, I mean, I was on a cruise for my brother's 16th birthday. My brother's birthday. He got a cruise for his 16th. I got a watch. Now, it's a cool watch. It's like you put it in... It's a pocket... Oh, it's a pocket watch. Thank you, Mom. It's really cool. I also got... I think a sweater, or not a sweater. Did I get a sweater? Did I get a leather jacket? Was that my 7th? That might have been my 16th birthday. So I got some cool stuff too. He got a cruise though, and on his birthday cruise, I was sat in my cabin at one point because Tekkit Legends had just come out that month, and I'd already started my series, and I distinctly remember I had my test world set up on a laptop, and I was trying to figure out how to get Steam power working. So we were pretty early on. That was, what, episode 8 maybe? I don't know why I remember that, but I think it was episode 8. And I had a little chart, and I was plotting my episodes. I was like, okay, we can do the steam, the boiler, and all of that. We can do that in this episode. And then the next episode we can look at is power conversion. And that's what I was doing on a cruise. I don't envy that version of me. That poor version of me didn't know what he was getting himself into with Tekkit Legends. Also, he spent his cruise time plotting an episode. Now, it wasn't a bad experience. I enjoyed plotting the episode, but I was doing that instead of enjoying a cruise. I was also on that same laptop in that same cabin on the very start of the cruise. I was sat on the computer connected to the garbage slow internet downloading a YouTube video. It was the final and first full trailer for The Force Awakens. I'm not talking about the teasers, because I think there had been 2 or 3 teasers to that point. The first teaser for The Force Awakens came out Thanksgiving the year before the movie, 2014. Now I'm talking, this was the last full trailer. It came out in October before the film, or the first and only full trailer, not a teaser. It did come out in October before the film. I was super, super hyped. I could not stream it because the internet on the cruise was so slow, so I had to use a site to download the video and just sort of leave that to download while I plotted episodes of Tekkit Legends. And, you know, I could talk about it now, and it sort of sounds like a nice memory, and I guess in some ways it is a memory, but I don't know, imagine if I had been on the deck of the ship watching Ant-Man instead, which was an option. They did... Now, fortunately, I did do that later in the week, but they had a movie every night, Under the Stars, on the Sea. I can't remember. I think it was like a movie on the sea or something like that they called it. And Pitch Perfect 2 got rained out, so I didn't get to see that. Still haven't seen that. I've seen the first one and the third one, though. In the beginning of the second one, I guess. And then we did watch Ant-Man, but... I don't know, there's fun stuff to do on a cruise that I didn't do because I was plotting episodes of Tekkit Legends. I don't want to make it sound like I'm complaining. Of course, I made that decision. No one pressured me into it. But I think the point I'm trying to get across and doing a very poor job of is I enjoy making videos and I want to put time and effort into my videos, but I don't want to do it at the expense of real-life experiences anymore because, as I've said, I've done that in the past, and I definitely don't do it anymore. As I've said, I don't make a living off YouTube. It's something that I do, and it pays money, definitely. But it's sort of like a paid hobby. And someone once told me, like, if you want to do YouTube for a living, I was like, I do. And they're like, if you want to do YouTube for a living, you have to treat it like it's a job. You got to treat it every day. And I was like, I tried that for a while. And there was some success here and there, and there were some mistakes here and there. But ultimately, I don't want to treat it like a job because I'm not. Why would I want to take something that I love and treat it like a job? You know, it's one thing to love what you do. It's another thing to take what you love and structure it in such a way that you start to hate it. And I don't want to hate it. I feel the stress of YouTube, certainly, pretty often. Also, how good is it to come down here and mine? I don't know why, but in the previous episodes when I'm running around on the surface trying to figure out what I need to do, I feel a lot more scatterbrained and sidetracked, whereas when I come down here to just mine during an episode, my brain feels sort of liberated, and I can just talk and pick a subject and go on it. But, yeah, I don't remember where I was going with that, so much for my mind not being scattershot and being liberated and focused. No, I kind of vaguely remember that I was talking about enjoying YouTube, and I do. I certainly do. And I'm just going to stop there because I can't remember where I was going with that. I was so confident when I said there that, okay, I'm going to take a detour. I'm going to very briefly mention how great it is that I can stay focused while recording this, while down here digging in the mine. Right? I'm going to just state that, but then I'm going to go right back. And then I didn't go right back because I forgot. Was there a diamond there this whole time? What? This whole stinking time. Remember that time we were looking for diamonds for a really long time? And I was like, oh, but what if we walk past them? Apparently we did. They were right here beneath us. Oh, well that's tragic. That is a tragedy. Now, let's head out of here. We can go ahead and use the things that we have right now to get a good boost to EMC. And we should be able to get the object it was we were missing, which I think was I can't remember. It doesn't matter. While we're climbing up the ladder here, I'm going to try to remember where I was going with that. I like YouTube. I enjoy it. Oh, stress. Yeah. I do get myself stressed out, but it is stress that I put on myself. You know, it's not necessarily YouTube stress. You hear people talk about, you know, they're worrying about their views, they're worrying about their consistency. And I certainly worry about getting a video out every day, but it's not worry. It's more like this is a goal that I've set for myself, you know, to do a video every day. And I am committed to doing that video every single day. And I sort of feel like I failed myself if I don't manage to do that. And I do beat myself up over it quite a bit every single time it happens. Wait, no, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to get more ender. There we go. Get a lot more of those. Actually, we just need the one, don't we? Now that I think about it. Combine it with a redstone, and we can sleep. I keep thinking I need to stay up all night so I can hunt an enderman, but hey, we've done that. Well, we faked it. We have an artificial enderman now. Yeah, that's my current... Oh, oops. That's my current approach to YouTube. It's a thing that I do that I enjoy, and it can be a little stressy sometimes, but it's like self-assigned stressy. Every so often, when something does really well, I do find myself in sort of a confused, like why? And can I emulate that? Wow, this is slow. This is incredibly slow. Can you process these things? Thank you. That's, again, going to be a boon to the EMC generation that's been going on, and going fairly successfully, I might add. I'm tired of things taking refuge in here. Also, am I doing, like, tons of damage with this diamond pickaxe, or this diamond shovel, or this diamond sword? Because I feel like I'm doing a lot of damage, and it might just be old combat. In fact, that's probably exactly what it is, but it feels like I am a superhuman right now. Alright, tuck all that away. Can I get some more lasers? We can always take them back down if we want to. And then some golden... Nope, some golden kinesis pipes. 3, maybe get 4. I don't think we need 4. Do we need... I don't think we need levers for these. I think I just need to put down some lasers, please. Aren't you not supposed to do that? Doesn't that cause some sort of, like, ring of power that's going to go around and around in circles and generate its own magnetic field, and then start to draw objects into it, and it's going to cause, like, all of New York to be sucked into it like a small sun, and it's going to break the glass on the window and kill my wife? There we go, I put an end to it, so it seems fine now. That should theoretically speed this process up a bit. The only problem is now, are we generating enough power? And the answer to that question is no. No, we are not. How do we solve this problem? We build more steam engines. That's how. Let's build them over here and they can share these switches. Thinking economically here. We did a whole lot of hoopla with these electrical engines, and those are cool. But the thing with the electrical engines is you got to build the electrical engines, and then you also have to build stinking generators to get them working. And it's a lot of nonsense. So let's just go ahead and we'll EMC ourselves up some more engines. And, I mean, I'm still really impressed by how long they run, just running off of... Oh, wow, these things are stupid cheap, too. They're so much cheaper than what we were using. I feel... Well, I mean, we're still using these, but you know what I mean. Like, these are full of tin and whatnot. They're more expensive. They don't have an EMC value directly, but the individual parts do. There. I'm really impressed on how long it's taking these to burn through the blocks of charcoal. I mean, I put stacks of charcoal in there how long ago? And they're still just barely eating into them, so that's great. I love to see that. Can I potentially get some wooden kinesis pipes? 1, 2, 3. And then we'll need some golden ones, as many as you can give me. And let's get our pipe plugs, because we don't want to create any small singularities or quantum entanglements or anything like that. Those are big words. I know what they mean, And I understand that they're not super relevant to what we're doing. Good. And then we'll just, like, bridge them across the middle there. And then... Ah! Oh! Jeez, that's way too loud. Thank you, folks, for watching today's episode. God bless you, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!